a lot of other people.
The autumn air hung crisp and cold over the Oakland Coliseum on that fateful October evening in 1986. The roar of the crowd was a palpable entity, a wave crashing against the concrete stands. Bo Jackson, a blur of speed and power, was poised to etch another legendary moment into the annals of football history. The play unfolded with the precision of a well-oiled machine. A handoff, a burst of acceleration, a collision. But in this reality, the collision was different. Instead of the devastating tackle that shattered his hip, sending shockwaves through the sports world, Bo Jackson felt the jarring impact. A jolt that stole his breath, but one that ultimately yielded. He felt a sharp pain, a twinge in his hip, but it wasn't the cataclysmic agony that history remembers. He was bruised, yes, but not broken. The play was whistled dead. Bo lay on the turf, momentarily stunned, but the familiar wave of pain that typically signaled a severe injury didn't come. He got to his feet, a little slower than usual, perhaps, but remarkably upright. The stadium held its breath, the cheers, muted with concern, but Bo shook it off, a grimace replaced by a determined set of his jaw. He finished the game, albeit with a noticeable limp. The Raiders won, securing a hard-fought victory. The post-game atmosphere was electric, a blend of relief and celebration. The usual concern over injuries was overshadowed by the sheer excitement of the win. The team doctors examined Bo, their faces etched with professional curiosity rather than alarm. X-rays revealed minor bruising, some inflammation, but no fracture. No catastrophic damage to his hip. The collective sigh of relief that rippled through the Raiders organization was monumental. Al Davis, the iconic owner, slapped Bo on the back with unrestrained enthusiasm, proclaiming, "That's my boy." The press conference was dominated by questions about the game, the win, and not, as in our reality, the dire prognosis of a career-ending injury. This alternate reality, where a simple twist of fate avoided a devastating injury, fundamentally reshaped the course of Bo Jackson's career. Instead of a long, arduous rehabilitation process that stole years of his prime, a slightly modified training regimen focusing on careful strengthening and flexibility exercises allowed him to prepare for the upcoming baseball season. He didn't skip a beat. The change in Bo's trajectory was immediately apparent. The next spring, he arrived at Kansas City Royals, spring training refreshed, invigorated, and fully prepared. He wasn't hampered by lingering pain or limited mobility. The difference was palpable. He could run with the same breathtaking speed, launch himself into outfield catches with his characteristic grace, and pummel baseballs over the fences with fearsome power. The 1987 baseball season saw Bo Jackson's undeniable ascendance. His previously seen explosive power was amplified. His already impressive speed was even more electrifying. He was a force of nature on the diamond, stealing bases with uncanny ease, smashing home runs with nonchalant power, and making diving catches that left fans breathless. His statistics reflected his dominance, shattering previous personal records and surpassing expectations. The Royals, fueled by his phenomenal performance, experienced an unprecedented winning streak. The absence of the injury fundamentally altered Bo's training regimen. While he always maintained a rigorous fitness plan, the fear of injury pushed him towards a more proactive, meticulously planned schedule. Instead of pushing himself to the absolute breaking point, he emphasized preventative measures, incorporating flexibility and strength training, regimens that enhanced his overall athletic performance while minimizing the risk of injury. He worked with top trainers and nutritionists, continually refining his preparation methods, resulting in a sustained period of peak physical condition. His impact wasn't confined to the field. He became a leader within the Royals clubhouse, his quiet confidence and relentless work ethic inspiring his teammates. The Bono's marketing campaign, launched in 1989, expanded far beyond its initial impact. With his continued dominance in both baseball and football, his appeal skyrocketed, making him the ultimate crossover athlete, a figure that transcended sports. Nike's association with Bo, already a huge success in our reality, became an even more potent cultural phenomenon. The 1989 and 1990 football seasons saw Bo Jackson achieve similar feats on the gridiron. He became a household name in the NFL, leading the Raiders to multiple playoff appearances and even a Super Bowl victory. His performances were legendary, unforgettable displays of speed, strength, and agility. The Bono's campaign was reimagined, capitalizing on his expanded influence and reach, becoming a cultural touchstone, a testament to his multifaceted athletic excellence. The marketing was innovative, capturing the public's fascination with his dual sport mastery, which in turn boosted the popularity of both the NFL and MLB. His hypothetical dual sport dominance, free from the constraints of injury, wouldn't have been a mere statistical achievement, but a cultural phenomenon. Bono's would have evolved into something far larger than a simple advertising slogan. It would have become a cultural touchstone, a symbol of exceptional athleticism and versatile success. Imagine the sheer volume of cross-sport endorsements. Think beyond the iconic Nike campaign and imagine collaborations with companies representing the worlds of both sports. Collaboration with a major baseball equipment manufacturer alongside an NFL apparel sponsor. A series of commercials that seamlessly weave together football and baseball imagery, amplifying the image of Bo as a transcendent athlete. This wasn't just about marketing. It was about creating a holistic image, an icon for a new generation of athletes. The impact extended beyond the commercial realm. His success on both fields would have inspired a new generation of athletes to pursue excellence across multiple disciplines. The traditional barriers between sports would begin to dissolve, as young athletes were inspired to pursue multifaceted athletic development. We might have seen a radical shift in training paradigms, with a greater emphasis on cross-training and holistic development, recognizing the synergistic benefits of developing different skill sets. Without the hip injury, the Bo-nose phenomenon would have become an even more significant cultural touchstone. Imagine the impact of a multi-sport brand ambassador far exceeding even the dominance of Michael Jordan. His influence on marketing and branding would have revolutionized the sports industry. It's not only about what Bo knows, but what Bo knows could have known a limitless realm of possibility shaped by a career free from crippling injury. The story of Bo Jackson in this alternate reality becomes a testament not just to athletic prowess, but to the power of perseverance and the far-reaching influence of a singular individual. He would have rewritten the record books, reshaped the landscape of professional sports, and left an indelible mark on the collective consciousness, solidifying his position not just as a legend, but as the undisputed greatest athlete of all time. The injury that never was opened up a world of what-ifs, ultimately leading to a rewritten sports history where Bo's legacy stands as a beacon of extraordinary potential fully realized. The 1987 season wasn't just a good year for Bo Jackson. It was a seismic shift in the baseball universe. His arrival in Kansas City wasn't merely the addition of a star player. It was the injection of pure, untamed energy into a team that had been quietly building towards something special. His presence galvanized the Royals, infusing them with a confidence and swagger they hadn't possessed before. The preseason chatter focused on the potential of the team, but nobody anticipated the sheer force of nature that Bo would unleash. His first game was a revelation. He wasn't merely playing baseball, he was rewriting its rules. He ripped a triple to center field, his speed leaving defenders grasping at air, a blur of motion against the green expanse of the outfield. Later, in his at-bat, he launched a towering home run that sailed over the right field wall with the ease of someone tossing a pebble into a pond. The stadium erupted, a testament to the raw power he possessed. It wasn't just the distance. It was the effortless grace, the sheer nonchalance with which he dispatched the ball. He was a spectacle, a symphony of speed, power, and an almost supernatural athleticism asterisk. That first game set the tone for the season. Bo's numbers were staggering. He hit .350 with 45 home runs and 40 stolen bases. A feat almost unheard of in a single season, completely smashing any projections. His home run total alone would have made him an MVP candidate in most seasons, but his speed added an entirely new dimension to his game. A dimension that redefined the very concept of a power hitter. He became a constant threat, always capable of changing the game in an instant, whether through a lightning-fast steal, a devastating home run, or a diving, game-saving catch. The Royals, buoyed by Bo's remarkable performance, went on an incredible tear. Their winning streak stretched into late summer, setting a franchise record. The team, now infused with a contagious energy, played with a level of intensity and teamwork that had previously been elusive. Their pre-existing strengths were amplified by Bo's presence. Their pitching rotation found a newfound confidence. The defense was tighter, and the offense became a force to be reckoned with. Games were no longer just contests. They were theatrical, displays of athletic brilliance, with Bo consistently at the center of the action. He wasn't just accumulating impressive statistics. He was creating legendary moments, transforming seemingly ordinary baseball games into epic clashes. There was the game against the Yankees, where he hit 2 grand slams in a single game, a feat rarely seen in professional baseball. There was the pivotal Game 7 of the ALCS, where he stole home in the bottom of the ninth, sealing the Royals' victory and sending them to the World Series. His impact extended beyond his own performance. His mere presence on the field seemed to elevate his teammates' games. They played with a newfound confidence and a sense of invincibility. The 1987 World Series was a crowning achievement. Facing off against a formidable opponent, the Royals, led by Bo's unstoppable force, emerged victorious. His contributions in the series were legendary. Crucial hits, diving catches, stolen bases that stole the hearts of fans. The games weren't just won, they were dominated. The Royals clinched the title in 6 games, a testament to their collective strength and Bo's electrifying presence. The media hailed the Royals as a dynasty in the making. The following season saw Bo continue his reign of dominance. He didn't just maintain his incredible performance, he surpassed it, consistently setting new benchmarks and expectations. He won multiple MVP awards, shattering numerous records, and he continued to lead the Royals to multiple World Series titles, establishing them as a dominant force in baseball history. Every year, the league adjusted its strategy to counter him, only to find themselves constantly a step behind. His evolving and ever-improving game, the impact of his presence, rippled far beyond the Royals. His style of play influenced a generation of athletes. The power-speed combination he embodied became the new ideal, prompting a shift in training philosophies. Young players began focusing on a more holistic approach, incorporating both strength and speed training, attempting to emulate Bo's unique blend of athleticism. His influence extended to the marketing and commercialization of the sport. The Bono's campaign was merely the beginning. His endorsements grew exponentially, influencing everything from athletic gear to consumer goods. His image became synonymous with unparalleled athleticism and achievement. His fame wasn't confined to the realm of sports. He transcended boundaries, becoming a cultural icon, his image appearing on magazine covers, television commercials, and even in works of art. He was more than an athlete. He was a phenomenon, a symbol of excellence and aspiration. He wasn't just a baseball player. He was a cultural force. His impact on the sport wasn't merely statistical. It was fundamental, shifting the very nature of the game. The league had seen exceptional players before, but Bo was different. His athleticism was breathtaking, his power was awe-inspiring, and his speed was unparalleled. He was a unique blend of raw talent, unwavering dedication, and an almost supernatural ability to rise to the occasion. He was the embodiment of athletic perfection. He didn't just play baseball, he redefined it. He didn't just win games, he dominated them. He didn't just inspire his teammates, he ignited a nation. He was Bo Jackson, and in this alternate reality, he was more than just a legend. He was the epitome of baseball greatness. He was a dynasty all on his own, and the Kansas City Royals were merely the vessel through which his legendary power coursed its way through baseball history. His impact was not merely on the game, but on the culture, the commercial world, and on the very fabric of what it meant to be an athlete. His legacy extended far beyond the diamond, into a realm of unparalleled achievement and cultural impact. The years that followed would merely solidify his position as one of the greatest, if not the greatest athlete the world had ever seen. The unwritten history was replete with victories, shattered records, and a lasting legacy that continued to inspire and challenge generations of players to come. The uninjured Bo Jackson was a force of nature, a phenomenon that forever changed the landscape of baseball. The roar of the crowd was a different beast in Oakland. The electricity wasn't the refined hum of a packed baseball stadium, but a raw, untamed energy that vibrated through the very bones. Bo Jackson, already a legend on the diamond, stepped onto the gridiron in 1987, not as a rookie trying to prove himself, but as a conquering hero arriving to claim another kingdom. The transition wasn't seamless. He'd needed a rigorous training regimen, a dedicated team of coaches and trainers working tirelessly to hone his skills in a new arena. Football demanded a different kind of power, a different kind of precision. It wasn't just about speed and strength. It was about strategy, teamwork, and an almost brutal understanding of the game's unforgiving physicality. But Bo, with his unique blend of innate talent and unparalleled work ethic, adapted quickly. His first preseason game was a spectacle. He took a handoff, exploded through the line, and left defenders scrambling in his wake. A blur of motion, a human hurricane tearing across the field. He scored 2 touchdowns that night, displays of breathtaking power and electrifying speed that left the crowd breathless. The whispers quickly escalated to roars. The doubters, and there had been many, fell silent. Bo Jackson wasn't just playing football, he was redefining it. The regular season saw him continue his reign of dominance. His statistics were astonishing, defying all expectations. He rushed for over 1,500 yards in his rookie season, a feat rarely accomplished even by seasoned running backs. His touchdown tally was equally impressive, exceeding 30, a staggering number for someone playing in a dual-sport role. He wasn't just a runner, he was a complete offensive weapon. He was capable of breaking tackles with brutal force, making defenders look foolish with his agility and speed, and even catching passes with the grace of a seasoned wide receiver. His presence on the field was electric, a constant threat, a nightmare for opposing defenses. The Raiders' offense, already potent, became an unstoppable force, a finely tuned machine that ground down opponents with ruthless efficiency. The Raiders' season was a whirlwind of victories. They dominated their division, smashing records along the way. Bo's impact extended beyond his own impressive statistics. He inspired his teammates, pushing them to new levels of performance. The team played with a ferocity and confidence that was infectious. Every game felt like a statement, a testament to their collective strength and Bo's unparalleled athleticism. The playoffs were a showcase of Bo's talent. In the AFC Championship game, facing a tough, well-prepared opponent, he put on a display of raw power and strategic brilliance that would forever be etched in football lore. He ran for over 200 yards, scoring 3 crucial touchdowns. His performance wasn't just about statistics. It was about the sheer will, the determination, the raw dominance that he unleashed on the field. The Raiders won decisively, punching their ticket to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was a clash of titans. The Raiders faced a formidable opponent, a team renowned for its strong defense and high-powered offense. The game was a nail-biter, a back-and-forth battle that kept the entire nation on the edge of their seats. It came down to the final minutes, with the score tied and the game hanging in the balance. Then, with the clock ticking down, Bo Jackson took the ball, exploded through a hole in the line, and raced down the field, leaving defenders grasping at air. He scored the winning touchdown, securing the Super Bowl victory for the Raiders and cementing his place in NFL history. The following seasons saw a similar dominance. Bo continued to shatter records and lead the Raiders to multiple Super Bowl wins. He consistently broke rushing records. His touchdowns became legendary, and his name became synonymous with victory. His style of play, a potent blend of brute force and lightning speed, began to influence other players. The league saw a shift towards a more versatile of running back, athletes who possessed not only power, but also the agility to change direction and evade tackles with ease. Bo's influence wasn't limited to the field. His crossover success had already made him a cultural icon, and now he had another layer of fame to his persona. His endorsements skyrocketed. His image was plastered across magazines and television screens, and he transcended the boundaries of sport to become a symbol of American success. His rivalry with Walter Payton, though never directly clashing on the field, became a legendary debate among fans. It was a clash of styles, of generations. Payton's finesse and consistency against Jackson's raw power and almost supernatural ability. While the debate raged, Bo continued his dominance. His individual awards were numerous. Multiple MVP awards, Offensive Player of the Year, and a host of other accolades that cemented his status as one of the greatest football players of all time. But it was more than just statistics. It was the aura of invincibility that he carried with him, the almost supernatural ability to rise to the occasion, the electrifying energy that galvanized his team and captivated an entire nation. He was more than just a football player. He was a cultural force, a phenomenon who redefined the possibilities of athletic achievement. Bo Jackson wasn't just dominating the gridiron. He was changing the very nature of the game. He was rewriting the history books, one electrifying touchdown at a time. A testament to the power of unparalleled talent, unwavering dedication, and an almost preternatural ability to exceed all expectations. The legacy he created in the NFL was not merely a collection of impressive statistics. It was a story of dominance, a saga of unparalleled success, and a symbol of what could be achieved when raw talent met unwavering determination. His impact resonated through the league, influencing training regimens, offensive strategies, and the very expectations placed upon athletes. He didn't just play football, he redefined what it meant to be a great one. He changed the game, and the game, forever altered, would never be the same. His name echoed through the stadiums, a testament to a legacy forged in sweat, determination, and the unwavering pursuit of greatness. He was, simply put, a legend, and his dual sport career, in this alternate reality, cemented his place not just as one of the greatest, but the greatest athlete of all time. The impact would continue to ripple for generations to come, forever altering the landscape of both baseball and football. The unprecedented success Bo Jackson experienced on the football field dramatically amplified the already potent Bo Knows campaign. Nike, of course, reaped the rewards of their shrewd investment, but the magnitude of his dual sport dominance opened doors to partnerships previously unimaginable. His image, already a cultural touchstone, became synonymous not only with athletic excellence, but also with conquering seemingly impossible challenges. This resonated deeply with a public hungry for heroes who transcended limitations. The financial implications were staggering. Nike's profits soared to new heights, their Bo Knows campaign becoming a textbook case study in effective celebrity endorsement. The campaign's initial success, already impressive, was multiplied exponentially by his NFL triumphs, where before he was the face of a successful baseball campaign. He now represented a level of dominance that spilled over into the world of football, making him a truly cross-sport icon. This allowed Nike to command even higher licensing fees and secure lucrative sponsorship deals across multiple sectors beyond Nike. Other brands scrambled to associate themselves with the Bo Jackson phenomenon. Imagine a Bo Jackson branded line of automobiles, perhaps a sleek sports car reflecting his speed and power. Picture him endorsing a high-energy drink, perfectly capturing his relentless energy and competitive spirit. Think of the possibilities for video games, commercials, and even Hollywood films. Each collaboration not only generated substantial revenue, but also further solidified his image as an unparalleled athlete and cultural phenomenon. His appeal transcended demographics. Children idolized him, aspiring to emulate his athletic feats. Adults admired his dedication, his relentless pursuit of excellence, and his ability to triumph in two vastly different sports. His endorsements weren't simply advertisements. They were statements, reflections of his personality, his values, and his unmatched talent. He didn't just sell products, he sold an aspiration, a dream of achieving the seemingly impossible. The creative potential was limitless. Marketing campaigns were no longer confined to the traditional sports arena. Advertisements featured Bo seamlessly transitioning from the baseball diamond to the gridiron, highlighting his exceptional versatility and athletic dominance. The Bo Knows campaign evolved, adapting to his newfound success in football, Instead of focusing solely on baseball, it showcased his mastery of both sports, underscoring his incredible achievements and his status as the ultimate all-around athlete. Think of a commercial where he's shown hitting a game-winning home run, followed by a cut to him sprinting down the football field for a crucial touchdown. The tagline could simply be, "Bo knows," period. It wouldn't require further explanation. His dominance spoke for itself. His image, his sheer skill, were the selling points. The power of the campaign lay in its simplicity and the incredible achievements it represented. It didn't need bells and whistles. It simply needed Bo. This multi-sport marketing approach proved revolutionary, paving the way for future athletes seeking crossover success. The marketing strategies employed for Bo became blueprints for others who dared to dream beyond the confines of a single sport. His success demonstrated the potential for broader appeal and significant financial returns, inspiring other athletes to consider pursuing excellence across multiple disciplines. He wasn't just a superstar athlete. He was a brand, a phenomenon, a cultural icon, and his influence extended far beyond the playing fields. The impact on the sports world was profound. His dual sport success challenged the conventional wisdom that specialization was the only path to elite achievement. Suddenly, young athletes saw the potential of pursuing excellence in multiple sports, inspired by Bo's unprecedented accomplishments. Training programs and coaching strategies began to adapt, incorporating elements of cross-training and developing well-rounded athletic skills. The Bo effect, as some began calling it, fueled a new era of multi-skilled athletes who weren't afraid to challenge the traditional boundaries of sporting disciplines. The sheer volume of media coverage surrounding Bo became legendary. Every game, every statistic, every highlight reel was dissected and analyzed. Newspapers, magazines, and television programs devoted countless hours to discussing his incredible talent and his remarkable achievements in two completely different sports. He was a constant presence in the media, his image perpetually appearing in newspapers, magazines, and on television screens. His interviews were highly sought after, with broadcasters eager to gain insights into his training regimen, his mindset, and his remarkable ability to seamlessly transition between baseball and football. Furthermore, the rivalry with Walter Payton, though never directly on the field, achieved an almost mythical status. It was a clash of generations, of styles, of philosophies. Payton's precision and consistent excellence versus Jackson's raw power and astonishing athleticism. The debate, who was truly the greatest running back, raged endlessly among fans, adding another layer to the already rich tapestry of Bo Jackson's legend. It fueled countless articles, heated discussions, and spirited arguments, further cementing his position in the pantheon of sporting greats. The rivalry, though unspoken between the athletes themselves, added a dimension of intrigue that transcended the mere statistics. The Bo knows phenomenon extended beyond marketing campaigns and endorsements. It became a cultural touchstone, a symbol of ambition, dedication, and the unwavering pursuit of excellence. His success was a testament to the power of hard work, talent, and the determination to overcome seemingly impossible odds. It inspired a generation of young athletes to dream bigger, to strive for greatness in multiple fields, and to challenge the established norms of athletic achievement. Bo Jackson didn't merely play sports. He redefined what it meant to be a world athlete, forever changing the landscape of professional sports and inspiring a generation. His legacy transcends the statistics, encompassing a cultural impact that reverberated far beyond the playing fields, shaping how we view athletic potential and the limits of human achievement. The impact of Bo Nose, amplified by his NFL success, transcended the commercial. It became a symbol of the human spirit's capacity for greatness. The legend of Bo in this alternate timeline was no longer just a story. It was a testament to a superhuman achievement, a benchmark for future generations to strive towards, a constant reminder of what can be accomplished with dedication, unparalleled talent, and a healthy dose of Bo Nose confidence. Rewriting the record books, however, demands a more nuanced examination. Bo Jackson's impact transcends mere statistics. It's about the cultural phenomenon he ignited, the boundaries he shattered, and the sheer audacity of his dual-sport dominance. The conventional GOAT debates often focus on single-sport achievements, comparing points scored, home runs hit, or championships won. But Bo defied categorization. He didn't merely excel, he redefined the very concept of athletic greatness. Consider Michael Jordan's unparalleled reign in basketball, 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, and a global brand that continues to thrive. Wayne Gretzky's dominance in hockey, with an astonishing 894 goals and 1,963 assists, remains a virtually untouchable record. Muhammad Ali, the charismatic boxer who transcended sport, captivated the world with his unparalleled skill and unwavering conviction, each a titan in their respective fields, each a legitimate contender for the GOAT title. But Bo Jackson operates on a different plane. His impact isn't simply about the numbers, though those were undeniably impressive. In football, he showcased a blend of power, speed, and agility rarely seen. His electrifying runs were legendary, a breathtaking display of athleticism that captivated audiences. In baseball, his power at the plate and grace on the field were equally awe-inspiring. He wasn't merely good at two sports. He was a force of nature in both. The argument for Bo as the GOAT rests on his unprecedented dual-sport mastery. While other athletes might have dabbled in multiple sports, none achieved the level of sustained excellence that Jackson demonstrated. He played professional football and baseball simultaneously, demanding rigorous training, unwavering dedication, and a level of physical conditioning that defied the norm. He wasn't simply splitting his time, he was excelling in two fiercely competitive, demanding arenas. Consider the sheer physical demands. The punishing collisions of football require a different type of strength and resilience, compared to the precise movements and endurance required in baseball. Bo thrived in both. The cross-training, the mental fortitude, the relentless pursuit of perfection. These were aspects that went beyond raw talent. He possessed a unique combination of genetic gifts, unwavering discipline, and an unyielding, competitive spirit that pushed him beyond his limits. His impact extended far beyond the field of play. The Bo Nose campaign wasn't just a marketing success. It was a cultural phenomenon. His image transcended sports, becoming synonymous with versatility, ambition, and the pursuit of excellence in multiple domains. He became a global icon, transcending racial and cultural divides, inspiring generations of athletes and non-athletes alike. He wasn't simply selling athletic shoes. He was selling a dream, a testament to the power of hard work and dedication. He was selling an aspiration, the possibility of greatness, regardless of the field. Moreover, the Bo Nose phenomenon redefined the possibilities for athletic endorsements. Before Bo, the focus was largely on specialization. Bo shattered that paradigm. His dual sports success made him an even more valuable commodity. opening up new marketing avenues and possibilities for cross-promotional campaigns. His appeal broadened, attracting sponsors from diverse industries. This cross-sport approach had a profound and lasting impact on the sports industry itself. It opened doors for future athletes to explore their multifaceted talents. The but effect, as it might have been labeled, fueled a new generation of athletes who dared to challenge the boundaries of conventional wisdom. Suddenly, specialization was no longer considered a necessity. Multi-sport athleticism became a viable, even desirable pathway to greatness. Young athletes were inspired to pursue excellence in multiple disciplines. This broader impact on the sports world is a critical element in assessing Bo's legacy. He wasn't just a great athlete. He was a catalyst for change, a visionary who challenged norms and redefined the potential of human achievement. His influence extends far beyond his own accomplishments. He helped shape the future of sports. His story wasn't just about winning games. It was about expanding the boundaries of what's possible. The comparison with other legendary athletes highlights this unique aspect of Bo's legacy. Jordan's impact on basketball is undeniable. Gretzky's on hockey is equally profound, but their impact was largely confined to their respective sports. Bo's transcendence lies in his ability to achieve peak performance in two distinct fields, simultaneously, generating a cultural resonance that extended far beyond the sports world. The debate will undoubtedly continue. Jordan's unwavering dominance, Gretzky's statistical wizardry, Ollie's charismatic defiance. These are all compelling arguments for GOAT status. But Bo Jackson presents a unique counterpoint. His legacy isn't simply about wins and losses, points scored or home runs hit. It's about the spirit of ambition, the defiance of limitations, and the inspirational impact of a single individual who dared to redefine what it meant to be the greatest of all time. He was a beacon, a symbol of the potential within each of us to reach for the seemingly impossible. He didn't just play the game, he redefined it, inspiring a generation in the process. Therefore, in this alternate timeline where Bo Jackson's NFL career flourished, the GOAT debate becomes a discussion not simply of statistics, but of impact and legacy. The sheer breadth of his accomplishments, the cultural phenomenon he unleashed, and the lasting influence he had on the sporting world and beyond, all contribute to a compelling case for Bo Jackson as the greatest athlete of all time. It's a case that challenges the traditional parameters of the GOAT debate, forcing a reevaluation of what constitutes true greatness in the world of sports. The legend of Bo transcends the game. It is a story of human potential, an inspiration for generations to come, a testament to the unwavering pursuit of excellence in multiple realms. The rewriting of the record books isn't just about changing the names and numbers. It's about acknowledging the unique and enduring impact of Bo Jackson's legend. An impact that continues to reverberate through the annals of sports history. It's a legacy that challenges the very definition of greatness. A legacy that is both undeniably unique and profoundly inspiring. The financial implications alone paint a vivid picture of his cultural significance. Nike's Bo Knows campaign became a global phenomenon, transforming not only their brand, but the very landscape of sports marketing. Other companies clamored for a piece of the Bo Jackson magic, recognizing the unparalleled potential of this multi-sport icon. His appeal was universal, transcending age, race, and even sports fandom. Children idolized him. Adults admired his dedication and relentless pursuit of excellence. He wasn't just selling products, he was selling a dream. a vision of human potential that resonated deeply with people across the globe. The media coverage was unprecedented. Every game, every statistic, every highlight reel was dissected and analyzed. His interviews were eagerly sought after, and his personality shone through, further enhancing his already immense appeal. The rivalry with Walter Payton, though unspoken, added another layer to his legend, fueling endless discussions and comparisons, solidifying his place amongst the all-time greats. This media frenzy wasn't merely focused on his athletic achievements. It was a reflection of the cultural impact he was making, the ripple effect his actions were creating, and the inspiration he provided. The legacy of Bo Jackson in this alternate timeline is not simply one of athletic prowess, but also of profound cultural influence. He transformed the sports marketing landscape, inspired a new generation of multisport athletes, and redefined the very concept of athletic greatness. His story transcends statistics. It's a narrative of perseverance, dedication, and the realization of seemingly impossible dreams. In this rewritten history, the GOAT debate is not just a discussion among sports fans. It's a celebration of a truly unique and unparalleled athletic icon whose influence continues to inspire and challenge generations to come. The Bo Knows phenomenon is more than a slogan. It's a testament to the potential that lies within each of us. A reminder that the limits of human achievement are only as far as our imagination and ambition will allow. Bo Jackson's impact. In this revised timeline, where his NFL career reached its full potential, extended far beyond the playing field. His unprecedented dual-sport dominance forced a radical re-evaluation of athlete training methodologies, triggering a seismic shift in how elite athletes prepared for competition. The era of hyper-specialization, once the gold standard, began to yield to a new paradigm, cross-training, inspired by the Bo Knows philosophy. Before Jackson, the prevailing wisdom dictated a singular focus. A young baseball player devoted their life to honing their batting, pitching, or fielding skills. A football player focused exclusively on strengthening their tackling, running, or passing techniques. The idea of dedicating significant time to training in a completely different sport was considered inefficient, even detrimental. It was believed that diverting energy from one's primary discipline would inevitably compromise performance. This narrow approach, however, failed to account for the holistic benefits of diverse physical conditioning and mental resilience. Jackson's success shattered this conventional wisdom. His powerful, electrifying runs on the football field were the direct result of years spent honing his agility, speed, and explosive power. These same attributes, developed through hours spent on the gridiron, translated seamlessly to his baseball career, enhancing his power at the plate and his graceful movements on the field. He didn't just excel in two sports, he demonstrably improved in each, by engaging in the training regimens of the other. This revelation ignited a revolution in sports science. Researchers and trainers, previously focused on specialized training, began to recognize the value of cross-training in developing a more well-rounded athlete. The Bo Jackson effect led to the development of comprehensive cross-training programs that incorporated elements of diverse disciplines. These programs weren't simply about adding a few extra exercises. They were carefully designed to complement and enhance each other, addressing different aspects of athletic performance. For instance, the explosive power cultivated in football, particularly through weight training and plyometrics, significantly improved batting power in baseball. Meanwhile, the agility and coordination honed on the baseball diamond, through drills and fielding practice, translated into increased elusiveness and maneuverability on the football field. The mental resilience cultivated by competing at the highest level in two demanding sports also became a valuable asset. The ability to switch between the physical and mental demands of two completely different sports without losing focus enhanced concentration and performance in both. The influence of Bo's training regimen was particularly apparent in the rise of new training methodologies. Strength and conditioning coaches started incorporating elements of both weight training and plyometrics, mirroring Jackson's dedication to maximizing explosive power. Agility drills, previously confined to specialized sports like baseball or basketball, became a staple in football training programs. The focus shifted from sheer strength and endurance to a more holistic approach, emphasizing speed, power, agility, and coordination, a balanced approach directly inspired by Jackson's remarkable physical capabilities. Consider the evolution of baseball training. While hitting and pitching remained crucial, the emphasis on agility and overall athleticism increased significantly. Outfielders now underwent more rigorous conditioning programs that included elements of plyometrics and speed training, aiming to improve their reaction times and the speed at which they could cover ground. Infielders benefited from agility drills mirroring the quick reflexes and footwork of running backs. The overall athleticism of baseball players grew notably as a result of incorporating football-style training. Similarly, football underwent a transformation. While power and strength training remained central, the agility and coordination components increased significantly. Running backs, inspired by Jackson's multifaceted skill set, underwent drills emphasizing agility, balance, and change of direction. Speed. Quarterbacks benefited from improved throwing mechanics honed by baseball training, and wide receivers honed their catching skills using techniques refined through baseball drills. The impact on injury prevention was equally significant. The holistic approach of cross-training, emphasizing balanced development across multiple muscle groups, proved far more effective at preventing injuries than specialized, repetitive training. By diversifying their physical activities, athletes became less susceptible to overuse injuries and muscle imbalances that often plague athletes who focus on a single sport. The balanced development, encouraged by cross-training, created a more resilient and durable athlete. The reduction in injuries not only improved the longevity of players' careers, but also contributed significantly to their overall health and well-being. Bo Jackson's influence, therefore, extended to fostering a healthier and more sustainable approach to athletic training. The widespread adoption of cross-training methodologies also had a profound impact on the recruitment and development of young athletes. Coaches were no longer solely focused on identifying specialists. Instead, they sought out young, versatile athletes with the potential to excel in multiple disciplines. This resulted in a more diverse talent pool and a greater appreciation for the multifaceted nature of athletic ability. The Bo Jackson effect fueled a fundamental shift in how athletic potential was identified and nurtured. The financial implications of this shift were substantial. As athletes became more versatile and marketable, their value to sponsors increased exponentially. The Bo Nose phenomenon demonstrated the power of cross-promotional campaigns, leading to a surge in multi-sport endorsements. Corporations realized that athletes capable of excelling in multiple domains held a greater appeal to a wider audience. This resulted in more lucrative sponsorship deals for athletes who embraced cross-training, creating a financially rewarding cycle of athletic versatility. The evolution of athlete training following Bo Jackson's success wasn't merely a change in methodology. It represented a fundamental shift in the philosophy of athletic development. It moved away from a narrow, specialized approach toward a more holistic model that celebrated the multifaceted nature of human athleticism. His legacy in this rewritten history is not simply about his incredible achievements on the field, but also about his profound and lasting impact on the science and art of athletic training, an impact that continues to benefit athletes to this day. The Bo Nose era redefined not only what was possible on the field, but also how athletes could reach their full potential. It was a testament to the power of cross-training and a reflection of Bo's unique ability to transcend boundaries and redefine the limits of human achievement. The ripples from his success continue to shape the landscape of professional sports, a testament to the enduring power of his inspirational legacy. Bo Jackson's unparalleled success in both professional baseball and football didn't just reshape athlete training, it fundamentally altered the sports media landscape. The existing structure, built on a foundation of specialized coverage, was ill-equipped to handle an athlete who consistently demanded attention in two completely separate worlds. The response wasn't merely an increase in coverage, it was a complete reorganization, a frantic scramble to keep pace with a phenomenon that defied easy categorization. Before Bo, sports journalism operated within neatly defined silos. Baseball writers covered baseball, football writers covered football, and rarely did their paths cross. The sports sections of newspapers and the schedules of sports broadcasts reflected this division. However, Bo Jackson shattered this comfortable segregation. His simultaneous performance in the NFL and MLB demanded a more integrated approach, forcing the media to adapt or be left behind. Imagine the 1980s, a time before the internet's ubiquitous reach, a time when television ruled supreme. The challenge of covering Bo's dual career was monumental. A game on Monday night meant a baseball game would be missed, and vice versa. Newspapers had to scramble to assign reporters and photographers, juggling assignments across two distinct sports. The logistics alone were a logistical nightmare, a challenge that forced innovation. The solution, born out of necessity, was a convergence of coverage. Sports channels like ESPN, already pioneers in comprehensive sports coverage, found themselves at the forefront of this revolution. Suddenly, segments showcasing Bo's performance in both leagues became commonplace. News shows and talk shows actively integrated highlights from both baseball and football into their programming. The Bo Nose commercials became a phenomenon, further blurring the lines between these sports and increasing viewer interest in both. Imagine a hypothetical Bo Nose Tonight Show, a late-night program dedicated to analyzing his performance in both baseball and football, delving into his training regimes, interviewing his coaches from both teams, and showcasing his cross-sport impact. It would be a nightly collision of baseball statistics and football play-by-play analysis, a nightly demonstration of his unique talents. Such a program would not only be wildly popular, but also represent a dramatic shift in sports broadcasting, highlighting the integration of two previously distinct sporting worlds. Newspapers responded in kind, creating dedicated columns and sections focusing on Bo Jackson's career in both leagues. The back pages of major newspapers, once the exclusive domain of baseball or football scores, featured detailed reports on his recent performances in both sports. This increased coverage wasn't simply about Bo. It sparked renewed interest in both leagues, The success of one sport, boosted by Bo's involvement, spilled over, impacting viewership and readership for the other. The rise of 24-hour sports news channels became inevitable. The need to provide constant updates on Bo's progress in two sports simultaneously demanded round-the-clock coverage. This trend of constant sports news, a hallmark of today's media landscape, was arguably accelerated significantly by the Bo Jackson phenomenon. His impact would not be confined to existing media. It would actively shape the development of new platforms. The advent of the internet, still in its infancy during Bo's prime, provided a new medium for capturing and disseminating information about him. Fan forums would have dedicated sections to both his baseball and football careers, facilitating lively discussions and creating an online community centered around his exploits. Early sports websites emerged, scrambling to keep up with his constant multi-sport appearances, generating traffic and establishing themselves as key sources of news for his loyal fans. The rise of social media, had it existed then, would have been irrevocably impacted by Bo. Imagine Twitter exploding with real-time updates of his games, tweets comparing his home run power to his rushing yards, hashtags like Bo knows both and dual sport domination trending worldwide. Instagram would be flooded with images of him in both baseball and football uniforms, fueling discussions and inspiring memes. Facebook groups would be created, dedicated to debates about his best performances across both sports. Bo Jackson would have been a social media juggernaut, exponentially enhancing the platform's influence and changing the nature of fan engagement. The media's scramble to capture Bo Jackson's multifaceted career inadvertently forced a higher standard for athletic reporting. The need to cover two distinct sports meant that reporters were obliged to become more knowledgeable and versatile in their reporting. The sheer volume of content generated led to higher levels of analysis and a more nuanced understanding of the complexities of athletic performance. The media's focus on Bo's unique training regimen would also have spurred a surge in sports science reporting. The in-depth analysis of his cross-training approach would have led to numerous articles and television segments, creating a better understanding of the science behind his success and inspiring others to adopt similar methods. The exploration of his mental resilience and ability to seamlessly switch between demanding sports would have fueled a greater interest in the psychological aspects of athletic performance. Furthermore, the economic consequences of this media frenzy would be substantial. Advertisers recognized the extraordinary marketing potential of a single athlete dominating two distinct sports. The Bo Knows campaign would become just the beginning of a wider trend of multi-sport endorsements, fundamentally altering the landscape of sports marketing. The media's heightened interest in Bo translated directly into increased revenue for leagues, teams, broadcasters, and the athletes themselves, forging a virtuous cycle of success and further fueling the media's intense coverage. The phenomena of Bo Jackson reshaping the media landscape wasn't just a matter of increased coverage. It was a complete overhaul of the infrastructure. It forced a convergence of sports reporting, leading to a more interconnected and holistic approach to the coverage of athletic events. It inspired the development of new media platforms, and it set a higher standard for the quality and depth of sports journalism. Bo Jackson's influence extended far beyond the playing field. It permanently altered the way the world consumed sports, news, and created a new precedent for how athletes could engage and connect with their fans in the evolving digital landscape. In essence, the Bo Knows era wasn't just about a single athlete. It was about the media's evolution in the face of extraordinary athletic achievement, Bo Jackson's impact transcended the realm of media. It rippled through the very fabric of professional sports leagues themselves. His unprecedented success in both baseball and football forced a reconsideration of existing rules and structures, prompting speculation on how the leagues might have adapted to contain his dominance. The sheer impossibility of effectively regulating against an athlete of his caliber highlights the inherent tension between maintaining competitive balance and acknowledging exceptional talent. Imagine the MLB facing a player whose power at the plate was matched only by his unparalleled speed on the base. The standard defensive strategies, designed for more conventional players, would have been rendered obsolete. Bo's ability to hit towering home runs one day and steal bases with lightning speed the next would have forced a reevaluation of defensive positioning and pitching strategies. We might have witnessed an increase in shifts, a more aggressive deployment of relief pitching, and a greater emphasis on preventative measures to counteract his exceptional abilities. The very nature of baseball strategy would have evolved to mitigate his impact. Conversely, the NFL would have faced a different, equally challenging scenario. Bo's devastating combination of power running and elusiveness would have required innovative defensive schemes, increased emphasis on gang tackling, potentially even rule modifications to limit the frequency of certain types of tackles might have emerged as a response. The rulebook itself may have been scrutinized for loopholes, and the penalties for illegal hits or tackles might have been adjusted to deter overly aggressive defensive plays aimed specifically at neutralizing Bo's unique brand of football. Furthermore, the scheduling conflicts inherent in his dual career would have undoubtedly spurred conversations about modifying the seasons. The possibility of extending the MLB season or altering the NFL schedule to accommodate his commitments might have been considered, albeit with significant logistical challenges. Compromises could have been made, such as allowing him to selectively participate in certain games in each sport to prevent burnout. This would have created a precedent for handling exceptional multi-sport athletes, opening up new possibilities for future generations but potentially disrupting the established rhythm of each league. The impact on player development programs would have been profound. Recognizing the potential of a multi-sport approach, leagues might have invested more resources in cross-training programs, encouraging athletes to develop skills in multiple sports from a younger age. This could have led to a shift in scouting practices, focusing less on specialized skills and more on overall athleticism and versatility. The recruitment strategies of colleges and universities would have also adapted, as the value of a truly versatile athlete would have skyrocketed. Athletic scholarships might have been structured to support multi-sport athletes, creating a new breed of versatile and highly competitive individuals. However, this adaptation would not have been without controversy. A fundamental debate would have raged concerning the fairness of such rule changes, particularly amongst traditionalists resistant to alterations of long-standing sporting regulations. The accusation of rule changes designed to stop one man would have been a powerful criticism, forcing leagues to carefully consider the balance between maintaining fair competition and adapting to extraordinary talent. The resulting discussion would have pushed the boundaries of sports governance and opened up important conversations about the evolving nature of athletic competition beyond rule modifications. We might have seen changes in the broader infrastructure of sports. The sheer volume of media attention directed toward Bo could have prompted leagues to invest more heavily in marketing and branding strategies, particularly in the creation of unique multi-sport events or cross-league collaborations designed to capitalize on the shared interest in his success. This could have broadened the appeal of each sport, exposing wider audiences to both baseball and football. Furthermore, the financial implications of Bo's impact are significant. The increase in viewership and merchandising revenues for both leagues would have led to a redistribution of wealth, potentially impacting player salaries, team budgets, and the overall financial landscape of professional sports. The need to accommodate Bo's unique circumstances might have prompted innovations in league management, enhancing the ability to handle athletes who straddle multiple sports. The hypothetical scenarios presented revealed the extent of Bo Jackson's influence. His potential impact on league structures and rules wasn't simply about implementing adjustments. It was about re-examining the fundamental principles of competition, fair play, and the management of extraordinary talent. His dominance forced a critical revaluation of existing norms and practices, igniting discussions about athlete development, media coverage, and the very definition of success in professional sports. This wasn't merely a matter of minor rule tweaks. It would have sparked a fundamental reassessment of player specialization. The traditional emphasis on focusing solely on one sport could have been challenged. The success of a multi-sport athlete like Bo could have inspired a move towards a more holistic approach, encouraging broader athletic development and potentially leading to a healthier, more well-rounded approach to athletic training and competition. The possibility of a Bo Jackson rule, a specific regulation designed to limit a player's exceptional cross-sport prowess, reveals the inherent challenges in managing exceptional talent. Such a rule would have inevitably sparked significant debate, pitting the desire for competitive balance against the recognition of an individual's outstanding abilities. The legal ramifications alone would have been complex, raising important questions about the rights of individual athletes and the power of league governing bodies. However, beyond specific rules, the larger impact on the culture of sports and athlete development is immeasurable. The sheer magnetism of Bo's performance could have fundamentally altered the way athletes train, pushing the boundaries of physical conditioning and athletic preparation. The potential for new training methods, dietary strategies, and injury prevention techniques, born out of the need to support his unique dual-sport regimen, would have had a cascading effect on the entire sports world. In conclusion, Bo Jackson's hypothetical impact on league structures and rules extends far beyond simple modifications. It represents a paradigm shift in how sports leagues might approach exceptional talent, athlete development, and the evolving landscape of professional sports. His legacy would have been not only about his on-field achievements, but also about the fundamental changes he would have spurred within the very systems he so brilliantly challenged. The story of Bo Jackson is not just a story of one man's unparalleled athletic abilities, but a story of how extraordinary talent can redefine the rules of the game itself. His influence extends beyond statistics and accolades, reshaping the very fabric of professional sports and leaving an indelible mark on the future of athletic competition. The ripple effects of his unique career would have extended far beyond the playing fields, influencing everything from player development and training regimes to the very structure of the leagues themselves. He would have been a catalyst for change, forever altering the landscape of professional sports, the very existence of Bo Jackson, a dual-sport superstar dominating both baseball and football, would have inevitably rewritten the narrative of intersport dynamics. Imagine the spectacle of a hypothetical Bo Jackson classic, a meticulously crafted exhibition game pitting the best of the NFL against an all-star MLB team. The strategic chess match would be unlike anything seen before. How would the NFL's behemoths fare against the lightning-fast reflexes of baseball's outfielders? Could the MLB's pitchers effectively neutralize the power-running style of Bo and his football counterparts? The sheer novelty would draw unprecedented viewership, blurring the lines between traditionally separate sporting worlds. Ticket sales would be astronomical, merchandising opportunities limitless, and the television rights a goldmine for the leagues involved. The very structure of the event would be a challenge, demanding a unique set of rules and regulations, possibly a hybrid incorporating elements from both baseball and football to ensure a fair and exciting contest. This event, a testament to Bo's singular achievements, would become a yearly tradition, a new pinnacle of athletic competition. Beyond a single exhibition, the ripples of Bo's influence would have extended to the individual player level. Consider the potential collaborations. Think of a young, powerfully built wide receiver, mentored by Bo in both baseball and football techniques. The resultant blend of explosive speed, enhanced hand-eye coordination honed on the baseball diamond, and strategic awareness learned on the gridiron would have created a nightmare for opposing defenses. This cross-training approach, inspired by Bo's unique career trajectory, could become the standard, leading to a surge in multi-athletes, impacting the very fabric of scouting and recruitment. Baseball teams might start evaluating potential players based on their agility and strength, looking beyond the typical batting average and pitching speed. Similarly, football scouts would add a keen eye for hand-eye coordination and speed on the base paths, altering the talent pool and the very characteristics that define ideal athletes in each sport. This could have led to a more holistic approach to athlete development, placing less emphasis on hyper-specialization and more on overall athleticism. The rivalries would be just as compelling. Imagine the clash between Bo Jackson's football prowess and the dominance of quarterbacks like John Elway or Dan Marino. The very idea of a Bo Jackson-led team facing off against an Elway-led team in a Super Bowl would generate immeasurable hype. The strategic adjustments and counter-strategies employed by coaches would become a study in high-level sports tactics. Would defenses prioritize stopping Bo's ground game, potentially leaving their pass coverage vulnerable to Elway's aerial assault? Or would they focus on neutralizing Elway, thus allowing Bo to exploit gaps in the defense? The pre-game analysis, the game itself, and the post-game discussions would have been the stuff of legend. The narratives generated would be deeply compelling, reaching far beyond the immediate confines of the sport. Similar high-stakes confrontations could arise in baseball. Imagine Bo facing legendary pitchers like Nolan Ryan or Greg Maddux. The narrative would center on the fascinating juxtaposition between Bo's raw power and speed, against the pitcher's mastery of control and precision. The media coverage, the public anticipation, and the subsequent analysis of each at-bat would have been riveting. Could Bo's exceptional speed negate Ryan's blazing fastball? Could Maddux outsmart Bo's uncanny ability to anticipate pitches and adjust his swing? Every matchup would be a potential epic showdown, creating enduring narratives and amplifying the allure of the sport. These rivalries would transcend individual games, fueling public interest and deepening the investment in both baseball and football. But the cross-sport impact wouldn't be limited to direct rivalries and collaborations. The very presence of Bo Jackson would have created a new kind of athlete ambassador. He would have transcended the traditional boundaries of sports marketing, becoming a crossover icon with the potential to engage fans from a wide range of backgrounds and interests. Think of the endorsement opportunities. his face on everything from athletic gear to breakfast cereal. His name synonymous with exceptional athleticism and unwavering dedication. The financial implications for sponsoring companies would be significant, creating a new paradigm for athlete brand partnerships that extend beyond a single sport. He would have become a symbol of versatility, athleticism, and achievement, reaching far beyond the playing fields and influencing various industries. Furthermore, the hypothetical existence of a Bo Jackson would have sparked innovations in sports technology. Imagine the development of advanced training programs specifically designed to support a dual-sport athlete's rigorous demands. The monitoring of his physical condition, the analysis of his performance in both baseball and football, would have driven advancements in data analysis and performance optimization. This would have led to a ripple effect, benefiting all athletes, regardless of their chosen sport. New methods of injury prevention, specialized nutrition plans, and advanced recovery techniques might have been developed and shared with other athletes, ushering in a new era of performance enhancement. Beyond the immediate impact on athletes and leagues, Bo's presence would have had a significant cultural influence. He would have become a role model for a generation of athletes, challenging traditional notions of specialization and encouraging young people to explore their athletic potential across multiple disciplines. His story, one of exceptional dedication and unwavering commitment, would have inspired countless individuals to push their boundaries and strive for excellence. His success, achieved through a commitment to both baseball and football, would have redefined the very concept of athletic achievement, transcending the limitations of conventional approaches. His legacy would not only be measured in statistics and championships, but also in the profound impact he had on the culture and evolution of sports. His story would become a powerful narrative, a compelling testament to the boundless potential of the human spirit and the transformative power of exceptional athletic talent. The sheer force of his presence would have irrevocably altered the trajectory of sports history, leaving an indelible mark on the minds and hearts of fans and athletes alike. Bo Jackson's hypothetical dual-sport dominance wouldn't have been confined to the playing fields. Its reverberations would have profoundly impacted the cultural landscape. Imagine the advertising campaigns. Instead of a single endorsement deal, we'd have seen a multifaceted approach, showcasing Bo's versatility. One commercial might depict him effortlessly transitioning from a powerful home run swing to a breathtaking touchdown run, all while maintaining his signature cool demeanor. Another might focus on his dedication, featuring him in intense training montages, blurring the lines between baseball and football practice. The creative possibilities would have been endless, creating iconic advertisements that would be remembered for decades to come. Companies like Nike, Gatorade, and McDonald's would have been vying for his endorsement, not just for the immediate sales boost, but also for the association with his image of unparalleled athleticism and dedication. His face would grace billboards across the country, his name synonymous with excellence. This would have created a new gold standard for athlete endorsements, influencing the strategies of other brands and redefining the relationship between sports figures and commercial enterprises. The cultural impact would have extended far beyond advertising. Think of the fashion trends Bo might have inspired. His unique style, a blend of athletic wear and casual cool, could have become highly sought after. Imagine a clothing line featuring his signature logo, designed with both baseball and football elements, creating a new wave of athletic apparel. The impact wouldn't have been limited to clothing. His persona could have been reflected in hairstyles, accessories, and even music. His influence might have been comparable to that of Michael Jordan, but with a broader appeal due to his mastery of two distinct sporting worlds. He could have been a trendsetter, influencing a generation's sense of style, and influencing the design and marketing strategies of brands associated with both sports and streetwear. Music, too, would have been affected by Bo's extraordinary presence. His name could have inspired song lyrics, serving as a metaphor for achieving the seemingly impossible. R&B artists might have incorporated his image into music videos, showcasing his athletic prowess, and hip-hop artists might have sampled snippets of crowd roars from his games, creating powerful and evocative beats. His story would have inspired countless musicians, becoming a source of inspiration for a genre-bending exploration of ambition, success, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. This would have created a cross-pollination of creative energy, blurring the lines between athletic achievements and artistic expression. His persona, a potent mix of power, grace, and humility, would have found expression in diverse creative mediums, enriching the cultural landscape with a compelling narrative. The influence of Bo Jackson would extend into other areas of cultural production as well. His story would likely be adapted into films and documentaries, inspiring future generations of athletes and filmmakers. The sheer drama of his career, the constant pressure of excelling in two demanding sports, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, his personality and personal life would provide a rich canvas for creative storytelling, engaging audiences beyond the usual sports fans. The cinematic representations would range from biopics that capture his life story to fictional tales that imagine what his continued success might have looked like. These would inspire discussions and further analyses of his impact, cementing his place in the collective cultural memory. Moreover, his impact might have rippled into social movements and discussions surrounding identity and representation. Bo Jackson, as a black athlete excelling in two predominantly white sports, could have become a powerful symbol of transcending racial barriers and achieving success despite facing societal challenges. His journey could have inspired discussions about inclusivity, representation, and the power of individual determination in the face of adversity. His image would have been used to promote social causes and inspire positive change within communities, inspiring hope and fostering dialogue. He would have become a cultural touchstone, representing not just athletic prowess, but also the potential for social progress. Beyond the immediate cultural touchstones, the broader implications of Bo Jackson's hypothetical career are profound. Consider the socio-economic effects of the heightened interest in both baseball and football. The increased viewership and merchandise sales would translate into substantial revenue for the leagues and teams involved, creating jobs and stimulating economic growth in related industries. The surge in media coverage would have opened opportunities for journalists, broadcasters, and other media professionals. The cultural phenomenon surrounding Bo Jackson would have had a ripple effect across various sectors of the economy, creating new opportunities and contributing to overall economic prosperity. Furthermore, the advancements in sports science and technology spurred by his dual sport career would have benefited not only athletes, but also researchers, engineers, and the broader healthcare industry. The development of specialized training programs, nutritional plans, and injury prevention techniques would have implications for athletes across all sports. This would have led to a greater understanding of the human body and its capabilities, paving the way for breakthroughs in medicine, biomechanics, and physical therapy. The advancements in data analytics and performance monitoring would have found applications in other fields, from finance to manufacturing, highlighting the far-reaching impact of Bo's extraordinary athletic journey. Finally, the educational aspects cannot be overlooked. Schools and universities might have incorporated Bo Jackson's story into their curricula as a case study in dedication, perseverance, and the pursuit of excellence. His example would have served as inspiration for students pursuing their passions across different fields and challenged the limiting belief that individuals must specialize early in their lives. His legacy would have extended into educational resources, inspiring future generations to pursue their dreams regardless of preconceived notions or limitations. This would ultimately foster a culture of ambition and well-rounded development among future generations. In conclusion, the cultural impact of a dual sports superstar like Bo Jackson wouldn't have been confined to the arenas and stadiums. It would have extended into every facet of society, influencing advertising, fashion, music, film, social movements, and even the educational system. His presence would have redefined athletic excellence, redefined marketing strategies, and enriched the cultural fabric in countless ways. Bo Jackson's hypothetical legacy would have been not just about his athletic achievements, but about the cultural transformation he would have ignited, solidifying his place as a true icon of the 20th and 21st centuries. His story would continue to inspire future generations, transcending the boundaries of sports to become a powerful narrative about human potential, perseverance, and the remarkable ability of one individual to reshape the world. The sheer audacity of imagining Bo Jackson's hypothetical career demands a rigorous statistical examination to truly grasp the magnitude of his potential impact. We must delve into the realm of what if, constructing a revised record book based on projected performances in both baseball and football. This isn't mere speculation. It's a careful extrapolation, based on his existing achievements, coupled with reasonable projections, adjusted for a career free from the debilitating hip injury that prematurely ended his prime. Let's begin with baseball. In his truncated MLB career, Jackson displayed undeniable power and speed, hitting 141 home runs and stealing 106 bases. Had his hip remained healthy, projecting a full 15-year career isn't unreasonable, given his age when the injury occurred. Using sophisticated statistical modeling, factoring in his age curve, and accounting for potential regression to the mean, a conservative estimate places him in the 600-plus home run club, possibly eclipsing 700. His stolen bases would easily surpass 400, placing him among the all-time greats in both categories. This isn't a guess. Several statistical models, such as those employed by sabermetricians, yield similar results. Imagine a player with the power of a Reggie Jackson and the speed of a Ricky Henderson. That's the essence of Bo Jackson's potential. His on-base percentage OBP would likely have remained high, fueled by his potent combination of power and speed, adding another layer to his offensive dominance. The impact on team success would be profound. The Kansas City Royals, his primary team, could have realistically vied for multiple World Series titles. Furthermore, consider his batting average. A consistent .270 average throughout his extended career would be a safe projection, yielding a staggering number of hits and runs scored. This isn't mere fantasizing, it is a reasoned projection, based on the fact that many players maintain strong averages throughout longer careers. His performance wouldn't be limited to hitting alone. He would have showcased his exceptional defensive skills. His speed in the outfield would have resulted in fewer hits and fewer runs allowed. He would have been a Gold Glove caliber outfielder, adding another dimension to his already considerable value. Now let's shift our focus to football. In the NFL, Jackson's explosive power and speed made him a nightmare for defenses. Though his football career was significantly shorter than his baseball career, his dominance was still palpable. Extrapolating his career, projecting 10 seasons of consistent performance reveals an astounding potential. Instead of just 3 seasons with the Raiders, we would witness a Hall of Fame caliber career, with rushing yards possibly surpassing 15,000, an achievement only a select few have attained. His touchdowns would reach a similarly remarkable figure, possibly exceeding 150. His potential impact extends beyond pure rushing statistics. His receiving capabilities were also exceptional. Projecting this facet would elevate his overall offensive contribution, making him a true dual threat back unlike any other. The comparison with other legendary athletes becomes even more compelling. Would he surpass Jim Brown in rushing yards? Perhaps not, but he would undoubtedly rival Barry Sanders' agility and Walter Payton's longevity and durability. In baseball, he would challenge the established records of players like Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth, not only in terms of raw numbers, but also in the sheer diversity of his skills. He would have become the ultimate symbol of athletic versatility, shattering traditional boundaries and rewriting the history books. But the statistical analysis only tells part of the story. The narratives generated by these projected achievements would have been revolutionary. Imagine the headlines: Bo Jackson breaks Ruth's home run record, or Bo Jackson leads Raiders to Super Bowl victory. The media frenzy would have been unparalleled, pushing the boundaries of sports coverage and captivating a global audience. The discussions and debates would have been endlessly fascinating. Would he have been the greatest baseball player ever, or the greatest football player ever? The answer, ultimately, would be irrelevant. His legendary status would transcend such simplistic comparisons. The impact on both leagues would have been immense. Increased viewership, heightened merchandise sales, and a surge in sponsorships would have generated billions of dollars in revenue. The excitement surrounding Bo would have pulled in new fans to both the MLB and NFL, significantly impacting the popularity of both leagues. His presence would have transformed both sports into global entertainment phenomena. The effect on sports science and training methods would also be noteworthy. The demand to replicate Bo Jackson's unique physique and skills would lead to breakthroughs in training techniques, nutrition, and injury prevention. Sports scientists and trainers would scramble to understand the secrets behind his phenomenal success, leading to innovations that would benefit athletes across all disciplines. His impact would extend far beyond the field, changing the way athletic performance is analyzed, trained for, and optimized. Finally, Bo Jackson's hypothetical legacy wouldn't just be confined to sports statistics. He would have become a global cultural icon, transcending racial and socioeconomic boundaries to inspire millions. His story would be told and retold, shaping narratives around perseverance, excellence, and the pursuit of dreams. He would serve as an example of the incredible potential of human ability, demonstrating that limitations are self-imposed and that greatness can be achieved through dedication, talent, and an unwavering belief in oneself. His influence would extend into areas outside sports, affecting popular culture, fashion, and even politics. He would be a symbol of hope and inspiration for generations to come. In conclusion, a statistical analysis of Bo Jackson's hypothetical career reveals a player who would have rewritten record books, redefined athletic greatness, and left an indelible mark on both the sports world and global culture. He would be more than just a number in a record book. He would be a legendary figure, a cultural icon, and a symbol of human potential. The what-if surrounding Bo Jackson isn't just a hypothetical exercise. It's a testament to the power of unrealized potential and a compelling glimpse into a world where athletic excellence reached unprecedented heights. The rewriting of the record books is only the beginning of the story. It is the foundation upon which a truly transformative legacy would have been built. Asterisk, the enduring legacy of Bo Jackson, even in a counterfactual context, extends far beyond the statistical projections of his hypothetical achievements. His impact resonates through generations of athletes, shaping their ambitions and influencing the very fabric of sports, marketing, and branding. Imagine a world where Bo's dominant presence in both baseball and football wasn't curtailed by injury. The ripple effect would be seismic, creating a new paradigm for athletic excellence and inspiring countless young athletes to strive for greatness across multiple disciplines. The Bo Jackson effect would become a tangible force in athletic development. Coaches would increasingly encourage multi-sport participation at younger ages, recognizing the inherent advantages in developing diverse skill sets and enhancing overall athleticism. Specialized training programs would be designed to cultivate athletes capable of excelling in multiple sports, mimicking Jackson's unique blend of power, speed, and agility. The fear of injury, always a concern, would be addressed with innovative, preventative measures inspired by the desire to avoid a repeat of Jackson's early retirement. Sports science would undergo a revolution, fueled by the need to understand and replicate the extraordinary physical capabilities of a player who seemed to defy the natural limitations of the human body. Consider the impact on specific athletes. Imagine a young, gifted quarterback drawn to baseball by the example of Jackson. He wouldn't feel compelled to choose just one. He'd embrace both, seeking to emulate Jackson's unparalleled athleticism. His baseball skills might complement his football prowess, providing exceptional hand-eye coordination, speed, and agility on the field. Conversely, the power and physicality gained from football could enhance his performance on the diamond, leading to explosive power at the plate and superior fielding abilities. This cross-pollination of skills, directly inspired by Jackson's legacy, would change the very nature of scouting and player development. Teams might start actively recruiting athletes proficient in multiple disciplines, recognizing the potential for a more well-rounded and versatile player. The media landscape would also be transformed. The insatiable hunger for Bo Jackson news in the hypothetical, injury-free scenario would lead to a new era of multi-sport media coverage. Dedicated segments, articles, and documentaries would analyze his performances across both baseball and football, creating a rich narrative that captivated audiences worldwide. The debates, baseball or football, which sport did he dominate more, would become enduring sports arguments, fueling endless discussion and debate among fans and experts. Television networks would compete to secure the broadcasting rights for both his baseball and football games, generating unprecedented revenue and setting a precedent for future multi-sport athlete coverage. Furthermore, the marketing opportunities surrounding this extended and unblemished career would be staggering. Sponsors would clamor for his endorsement, creating a global empire of product placement and lucrative campaigns. Nike, his longtime sponsor, would experience an exponential surge in profits, creating a marketing legacy far exceeding even their current successes with other star athletes. The Bo Jackson brand would transcend sports, extending into fashion, music, and entertainment. His image, synonymous with peak athletic performance and unrivaled versatility, would become ubiquitous, appearing on everything from apparel and footwear to video games and movies. His hypothetical success would create a blueprint for future athlete marketing campaigns, highlighting the potential for cross-platform promotion and brand expansion. The cultural impact wouldn't be limited to marketing and media. His presence would redefine the notion of the modern athlete. Bo Jackson's impact wouldn't just be quantified in statistics and marketing dollars. It would be woven into the cultural tapestry of multiple generations. He'd transcend the boundaries of sports, becoming a symbol of aspiration and achievement, inspiring countless individuals to pursue their dreams with relentless passion and dedication. His story would be a powerful testament to the power of perseverance, emphasizing the importance of pursuing one's passions and never giving up on one's goals, regardless of the obstacles. His legacy wouldn't just inspire athletes, it would resonate with people across all walks of life, encouraging them to strive for excellence in their own chosen fields. His influence might even extend into the political sphere. His charisma and appeal to diverse audiences would make him a natural leader, potentially inspiring him to engage in social activism or political causes. His platform, built on unparalleled athletic success and cultural relevance, would give him the power to promote positive social change and influence public policy. The image of Bo Jackson, the ultimate achiever, wouldn't just adorn sportswear. It could inspire political campaigns, promote social justice initiatives, and embody the American dream on a grand scale. The hypothetical success of Bo Jackson would create a powerful narrative that extended beyond the sports arena. It would become a testament to the human spirit's capacity for overcoming adversity, pursuing excellence, and achieving the seemingly impossible. His story, retold and reinterpreted for generations, would serve as a source of inspiration, motivation, and hope, ensuring his enduring legacy far beyond the confines of the baseball diamond and football field. The what-if of Bo Jackson's injury-free career is more than a simple counterfactual exercise. It's a compelling exploration of unrealized potential, a glimpse into a world profoundly shaped by an athlete who redefined athletic excellence and redefined the boundaries of human potential. His influence wouldn't be confined to the record books. It would reshape the cultural landscape of the world, creating a lasting legacy that inspires, motivates, and transcends the boundaries of sports. He would be a legend whose impact would resonate through decades, shaping the ambitions of athletes, the strategies of marketers, and the aspirations of millions worldwide. The pervasive influence of the Bonos campaign wasn't merely a fleeting marketing phenomenon. It fundamentally altered the landscape of athletic endorsements and sponsorship strategies. Before Bo Jackson, athletes largely focused on endorsements within their specific sport. A baseball player endorsed baseball equipment, a basketball player, basketball shoes. Bo shattered this paradigm. His cross-sport appeal demonstrated the immense market potential of an athlete who transcended traditional boundaries, creating a blueprint for future multi-sport marketing campaigns. Corporations realized they could leverage a single athlete's brand across multiple sports, maximizing their return on investment and reaching a broader audience. This shift is evident in the subsequent careers of athletes like Deion Sanders, who, while not quite replicating Jackson's on-field success, successfully embraced a similar multi-sport endorsement strategy, proving the enduring viability of Bow's model. This multi-sport marketing strategy extended beyond individual athletes to influence league-level sponsorships. The success of Bow Knows encouraged leagues like the NFL and MLB to explore collaborative marketing opportunities, recognizing the synergistic potential of cross-promotion. Imagine joint advertising campaigns featuring baseball and football stars, leveraging the shared fan base of both sports. This increased collaboration could have generated more significant revenue for both leagues and fostered a greater sense of unity within the broader sports community. The image of a unified sports landscape, where the lines between different disciplines blurred, became increasingly appealing to marketers and advertisers. Bow's impact also rippled through the world of athletes, training, and development. The pre-Bow era saw athletes specializing in single sports from a young age. Bow's success, however, ignited a renewed interest in multi-sport participation, especially amongst the youth. The idea of comprehensive athleticism, honing diverse skills and physical attributes, gained traction. Training programs began incorporating elements from multiple disciplines, recognizing that cross-training could improve overall athleticism, injury prevention, and overall performance. The fear of overuse injuries, often associated with early specialization, became a catalyst for creating more balanced and holistic training regimes. The evolution of the athlete brand in the new millennium is heavily indebted to Bo Jackson's legacy. Bo was more than an athlete. He was a cultural icon, a trendsetter, a charismatic figure who transcended the limitations of sports. His image became synonymous with athletic excellence, but also with style, individuality, and an undeniable cool factor. This understanding that an athlete's brand encompasses more than just on-field performance profoundly impacted subsequent generations of athletes. Athletes began to actively cultivate their off-field personas, creating brands that extended beyond the playing field and into fashion, entertainment, and social media. The modern athlete understands that their personal brand is as valuable, if not more so, than their on-field accomplishments. The rise of social media further amplified the Bo Jackson effect. His hypothetical continued success would have provided a blueprint for athletes to utilize these platforms to connect with fans, build their personal brands, and diversify their income streams. Imagine Bo's engaging social media presence, sharing insights into his training routines, showcasing his multi-sport exploits, and interacting directly with his massive global following. This direct engagement would have fostered a deeper connection with fans, making him an even more powerful marketing force. The potential for endorsement deals, sponsorships, and other monetization opportunities would have been limitless. Moreover, the hypothetical continued success of Bo would have undoubtedly reshaped the landscape of sports media. The media's insatiable appetite for Bo Jackson news in this scenario would have created a surge in demand for multi-sport coverage. News outlets, television networks, and digital platforms would have fiercely competed to secure exclusive interviews, broadcast rights, and behind-the-scenes access to this extraordinary athlete. Specialized media outlets focusing entirely on multi-sport athletes would have emerged, reflecting the increasing demand for comprehensive coverage of athletes competing at the highest levels across multiple disciplines. The creation of this dedicated media infrastructure would have further solidified the significance of multi-sport athleticism and established it as a viable and increasingly popular career trajectory. Beyond the financial and marketing aspects, the Bo Knows impact extended to the very essence of athletic competition. His hypothetical dominance across two demanding sports would have inspired countless young athletes to pursue their passions, without fearing the constraints of specialization. The fear of being one-dimensional would have lessened, allowing for a greater acceptance of multifaceted athletic talent. Coaches would have adopted more holistic training methodologies, emphasizing versatility and overall physical development rather than narrowly focused skill sets. This shift would have led to a more athletic and dynamic style of play across various sports, enriching the fan experience and advancing the overall standards of competition. The impact on scouting and player development would have been equally transformative. In a world where Bo Jackson's success was unimpeded, scouting departments would have embraced a more comprehensive approach to player evaluation, considering athletes proficient in multiple sports as high-value prospects. This shift in focus would have required a broader skill set among scouts, necessitating a better understanding of varied sporting disciplines. Talent identification would have become more nuanced and encompassing, recognizing the value of athletic traits that translated across sports. Player development programs would have embraced cross-training principles, enhancing the versatility of athletes and mitigating the risk of overuse injuries often associated with early specialization. The bow-nose effect, in this counterfactual reality, would have fundamentally altered the relationship between athletes, sponsors, media, and fans. The athlete would no longer be viewed as simply a performer, but rather as a multifaceted brand, capable of generating revenue across various platforms. The sponsors would have recognized the potential for symbiotic relationships, leveraging an athlete's cross-sport appeal to maximize their marketing reach. The media would have understood that multi-sport athletes generate far greater interest and viewer engagement, leading to heightened coverage and increased revenue. And the fans would have developed a stronger appreciation for the versatility and athleticism of multi-sport athletes, enriching their sporting experience and inspiring them to expand their own personal horizons. Bo Jackson's hypothetical legacy wouldn't simply be confined to athletic achievements. It would be an enduring testament to the power of ambition, versatility, and the transformative impact of a truly exceptional talent. He wouldn't just be a legend of sport. He'd be a cultural icon for generations to come. The enduring fascination with Bo Jackson's hypothetical continued success isn't merely a matter of idle speculation. It's a testament to the power of what-if scenarios in shaping our understanding of sporting legends. The debate continues to rage, fueled by the tantalizing glimpse of what could have been. A career untainted by injury, a reign of dominance across two supremely demanding sports. Had Bo remained healthy, the impact on baseball and football would have been seismic, reshaping leagues, strategies, and perhaps even the very fabric of athletic competition. Imagine a Bo Jackson who continues his meteoric rise in baseball. Picture him not as a part-time player, but a consistent force in the Oakland A's lineup, consistently challenging for MVP awards, racking up batting titles, and leading his team to multiple World Series championships. The impact on the A's franchise alone would have been immense, transforming them into a perennial powerhouse. The attendance figures would have soared, merchandising revenue would have exploded, and the franchise value would have skyrocketed. His presence would have inspired a generation of young baseball players, pushing them to strive for excellence not only on the field, but also in pursuing diverse interests. But the what-if extends beyond the baseball diamond. In the NFL, a fully committed Bo Jackson would have been a nightmare for opposing defenses. Imagine him, not just as a spectacular runner, but a more refined all-around player, honing his passing skills, mastering route running, and evolving into a complete offensive threat. His presence in the Raiders' backfield would have elevated the entire team, challenging the supremacy of other NFL powerhouses and potentially leading to multiple Super Bowl victories. The ripple effects would be widespread, influencing offensive strategies and scouting techniques, driving a greater emphasis on athletic versatility and speed. Beyond the individual accomplishments, Bow's continued success would have irrevocably altered the dynamics of the sports world. The media coverage would have been unprecedented, a constant barrage of news and analysis from every corner of the globe. Dedicated Bo Jackson television channels might have emerged, 24/7 coverage showcasing his games, training routines, and personal life. Newspapers would have devoted entire sections to his exploits. Magazines would have featured him on countless covers, and the internet would have been ablaze with fan forums and discussions, creating an unparalleled level of media engagement and speculation. The marketing potential would have been equally staggering. The Bono's campaign would have reached an entirely new level, transcending its original impact. Instead of a series of clever commercials, it could have evolved into a global brand, encompassing apparel, footwear, electronics, and a wide range of other products. Jackson's image would have become even more ubiquitous, a symbol of athletic excellence and multi-sport mastery. His endorsement deals would have been legendary, netting him billions of dollars and setting new benchmarks for athlete compensation. The what-if scenario also compels us to consider the impact on other athletes. Would the multi-sport phenomenon have become commonplace, with more athletes following in Bo's footsteps? Would we see an era where players seamlessly transitioned between baseball and football, basketball and hockey, or even more eclectic combinations? The very nature of athletic specialization might have been challenged, ushering in an era of holistic athletic development, where athletes were encouraged to pursue multiple sports to enhance their overall skills and athleticism. This counterfactual history also leads us to ponder the impact on the rules and regulations of both sports. Might baseball and football have adjusted their rules to accommodate the unique challenges posed by multi-sport athletes? Would we have seen changes in training regimes, scouting practices, and player development programs to support the rise of such versatile athletes? The very structure of professional leagues might have evolved to adapt to a landscape where players were no longer confined to a single sport. Furthermore, the what-if scenario opens a window into broader societal changes. Bo's image transcended mere athleticism. He became a cultural icon. His continued success would have further amplified this influence, making him a role model for a generation of young people, inspiring them to pursue their dreams with unwavering dedication and a commitment to excellence. His impact could have extended beyond the world of sports, influencing fashion, music, and popular culture. The potential for social and cultural influence was enormous. The ongoing debate surrounding Bo Jackson's hypothetical continued success underscores the enduring power of counterfactual history in sports. It isn't just about revisiting past events. It's about exploring the possibilities, analyzing the potential consequences, and ultimately enriching our understanding of the athletes who have captivated us through their achievements and their enduring legacies. The what-if questions surrounding Bo Jackson aren't simply speculative exercises. They are a testament to his exceptional talent, his unique charisma, and his enduring place in the annals of sports history. The debate continues, and the fascination remains. A testament to the power of a what-if that continues to capture the imagination and inspire discussion decades later. The absence of a fully realized Bo Jackson career, untarnished by injury, leaves a void in the sporting narrative, a chapter unwritten. This void, however, fuels the ongoing speculation, the endless what-ifs, and the constant revisiting of his achievements. His legacy extends beyond his actual accomplishments. It's shaped by the tantalizing possibilities, the unanswered questions, and the potential for greatness that was tragically cut short. The counterfactual history of Bo Jackson isn't simply an academic exercise. It's a reflection of his exceptional talent, his undeniable charisma, and the enduring power of the human imagination to fill in the blanks and construct alternate realities, however hypothetical they may be. The Bo-nose phenomenon, even in its truncated form, already redefined athletic marketing and sponsorship. But a fully realized, sustained dual-sport career would have amplified this impact exponentially. Imagine endorsements not just crossing sports, but encompassing entirely new fields: fashion, entertainment, technology. His name and image could have become synonymous with not just athletic excellence, but a lifestyle, an aspiration. The financial implications are staggering, potentially shifting the balance of power within leagues and opening doors to new models of athlete compensation and wealth creation. But the debate about Bo Jackson's hypothetical success isn't just confined to financial considerations. His continued dominance would have undoubtedly influenced the very nature of athletic training and development. The emphasis on early specialization, a trend that often results in overuse injuries, might have been challenged. Instead, a more holistic approach might have become the norm, with athletes encouraged to develop a wider range of skills and physical capabilities. The result could have been a more diverse, more versatile, and ultimately healthier breed of athletes across all sports. The hypothetical scenario also invites us to consider the evolution of sports media. In a world where Bo Jackson's dominance spanned baseball and football, media outlets would have been forced to adapt, creating specialized coverage of multi-sport athletes. We might have seen the emergence of new journalistic specials dedicated to chronicling the successes and challenges of athletes who excelled in multiple disciplines. The media landscape would have become more dynamic, innovative, and deeply interconnected, reflecting the increasingly multifaceted nature of athletic talent. The enduring power of Bo Jackson's what-if lies not just in the speculation about his on-field accomplishments, but also in the potential ripple effects across society. His influence would have extended beyond the realms of baseball and football, influencing fashion trends, popular culture, and perhaps even shaping the values and aspirations of young people. His image, already iconic, would have become a symbol of not just athletic greatness, but also the pursuit of diverse passions, the power of resilience, and the transcendence of limitations. The debate over Bo Jackson's counterfactual career is a reflection of his unique talent, his captivating personality, and the enduring fascination with what-if scenarios in sports. His legend is not only defined by what he did accomplish, but by the tantalizing potential of what could have been, and that, perhaps, is the most enduring part of his legacy. Constant reminder of the unpredictable nature of fate and the lasting power of a dream unrealized. The unfinished business of Bo Jackson continues to inspire conversations, fueling speculation and reminding us of the boundless possibilities that exist within the realm of what if.